I just designed an entire professional website without touching Figma, without hiring a designer. And honestly, that's not even the impressive part. The impressive part is that an AI designed it for me, the same way a lead UX designer would. I gave it a vision, my content, and my personal brand assets, and it handled everything else from layout to structure, visual hierarchy, the user experience, and the branding too. It thought through the entire process like an actual senior designer and designed a polished website from scratch. In this video, I'm showing you the exact workflow, the exact tools, the exact prompts. And once you see this, you're never going to design the websites the old way again. Let's get started. This is the final result. A sleek, modern, fully personalized portfolio website. It looks custom built, it feels professionally designed, and it gives an impression that you had an entire product and design team behind it. But here's what actually happened. I didn't spend weeks designing mockups. I didn't wrestle with Figma. I didn't outsource anything. Instead, I used just two AI tools. Google Stitch for visual system designs, layouts, UI generation, and Claude Code for strategic UX thinking, content architecture, and full site design execution. Together, they function like an AI-powered design agency. And here's where it gets even more crazier. I gave Claude Code my LinkedIn profile and my YouTube channel, and it analyzed both to extract my experience, my projects, my technical skills, my content strategy, and my personal brand. Then it transformed all of that into a professional website. So here's the exact process we will walk through step by step. Step 1. Create a Google Stitch account and generate your API key. Step 2. Launch Claude Code. Step 3. Connect Google Stitch MCP inside Claude Code. And finally, in step 4, I would prompt Claude Code to design a professional website and provide my LinkedIn, YouTube, or any other personal resources. That's it. No complicated setup, no design expertise required. Let me show you. Alright, step 1. Let's go to Google Stitch and generate an API key. If you don't have an account on Google Stitch, just create a new one. Now let's generate an API key. Just go to Stitch settings over here and scroll down, and here you can create an API key. Takes a moment and our API key is generated, so just copy this key. Next, let's launch Claude Code. Just create a new folder anywhere and launch Claude Code inside the folder. I'm using VS Code, but you can do the same thing in the terminal too. And now let's add the Google Stitch skills, and we can do that with just a single command. Just open your terminal and run this command. I will select all the Stitch skills to install. Select a coding assistant for which you want to install the skills. Claude Code is already selected. Let's go ahead. Installation scope, I want it to be installed on a project. Yes, just keep it default and proceed. Alright, our skills are installed. Next, we need to add Stitch MCP. So let's do that with just a single command. Now here it would ask which coding assistant we are using. Let's select Claude Code. Authentication mode, we will use API key. Where would you like to store your API key? env file, that's good. And now let's paste our API key that we just copied. Let's go with proxy over here. Finally, you would get a command with which you can add the MCP to Claude. Just copy this command and let's paste it. Replace your Stitch API key over here. And I want this MCP to be added for this project also. I would just add a scope equal to project and just hit enter. And you can see over here an MCP JSON file is created. This has the configurations for Stitch MCP. But you can see over here our API key is exposed. So I will just remove it from here and create a new folder .claude and create a settings.local.json file and move that API key over here. And this settings local JSON file, you can include this in a git ignore So your secrets and API keys are safe over here and not pushed to GitHub. And now we are ready to start designing our website. I will be using this prompt where I'm giving a clear role of a principal UI UX architect, an objective of it needs to create a portfolio website for me, and I've also instructed Claude Code to use a multi-phased approach wherein in the phase 1 it will do research and context gathering, and I'm giving 3 resources. Firstly, my LinkedIn URL, next is the YouTube channel URL, and lastly I'm providing my resume. So Claude Code would extract all the information from these resources and generate the content for this website. In the next phase, it creates a design system for this website. I've mentioned a few guidelines that it needs to follow while creating the design system. And in the phase 3, it will design the website architecture where it will also build the pages. And the phase 4 is a refinement loop where it would do refinements and enhancements as needed. And lastly, in the phase 5, it would do all the documentation, write a design document, and also give me all the Stitch project IDs that it had created. So let's copy this prompt and I will paste it in Claude Code, and also I will switch to plan mode and increase the effort to max, and let's run this. And now as you can see, it's trying to fetch content from my LinkedIn URL and YouTube. It has read my resume already and it's preparing the content. So this will take a few minutes. It will create a project on Stitch and start designing. Now as you can see, it's trying to create a Stitch project. I will just select yes, and if you see in Stitch now, a new project should be created. Just hit refresh and over here we have our new project. It's a blank canvas for now, but Claude Code would create all the new pages over here. It has created a plan on how it would design this website. First, it created a Stitch project. Next, it would step by step generate all the pages and then reiterate and finally generate a design document. Now as you can see, it has already started generating screens. The best thing is that you can watch your pages being created live on Google Stitch. Claude Code is sending all the requests and it's creating all the pages. Isn't this amazing? You just have to describe what you want and Claude Code would design everything for you. Alright, Claude Code has completed all its to-do list. Let's see what it has created. It has created the Stitch project and given us the project ID, the design system, project title. It has created total 7 screens. So first one is our hero landing, and then 3 others are just a variant of the hero landing. And then we have an engineering timeline, content creator hub, and tech stack. So total 4 screens, and these 3 screens are just a variance of the hero landing page. And then it has also given us a design system regarding the color scheme, what's been used for the background, primary and secondary colors, the typography, the components that are being used in our website, then the page structure. So 4 main pages: hero landing, engineering timeline, content creator, and the tech stack. And in the next steps, it's just recommending us to export it to HTML, CSS, or even build it in our desired frameworks like Next.js. Alright, let's see what we have on Google Stitch. In Stitch, we can see all the screens created, and let's have a look at those. We have color schemes and typography and some images that were generated. And this is our first landing page. Let's have a close look at it. Right, looks pretty good. Engineering intelligence at scale. Name is good. YAML systems. Featured builds. Production gate systems. Oh wait, 100k subscribers on YouTube. Soon I will have it. Yeah, it has definitely hallucinated some of the data. And these are some of the variants of landing page. This is a minimalistic version, and this one is a data rich version. The engineering journey, it says 10 years of experience. Yeah, I think it definitely hallucinated some data. We can fix that. Skills look good. This is our content creator screen. And lastly, we have our tech stack. Alright. Well, this definitely looks pretty good for the first pass. We can do some more refinements and we can ask Claude Code to make the changes. Firstly, I will ask to change the engineering journey page where it is listed down as a 10 years of experience. So let's do that. I'll say data on engineering journey page is incorrect. Can you verify my experiences from my resume and update with accurate data? Alright, now Claude Code should go and update the engineering journey screen. It's trying to fetch the screen. Also, the other way of editing is we can make the edits directly onto the Google Stitch itself. You can select a specific component and then you can just directly edit the text or even edit it with an AI. Or just say refine the content. Then it would make changes to that specific component itself. The edits have been applied over here. In Stitch, you can also create an instant prototype to preview your website. Just click over here the play button and it will create an instant prototype. I will open this in a new tab. This is the desktop version. This is our landing page. Let's see, educator. Okay, this is the next page. You can export these designs to Figma too. Let's just go back to a project. Just click on export and then click on Figma, then click on convert. And this would give you designs that can be imported to Figma. And there you have it. Your first design mockup for a website is ready. And you can make more enhancements as you like through either directly on Stitch or even on Claude Code. Both should work perfectly. Here's the bigger picture. For most people, design is the bottleneck. They have skills, they have experience, they have ideas. But they never launch because they get stuck on one question. How do I actually make this look good? That was a major barrier. Now AI removes it. You can go from idea to strategy to professional grade design in minutes. So think beyond portfolios. You can build your SaaS product page, a freelance services page, your personal brand website and many more. The process stays the same. Prompting is the only real limit. And this is just the beginning. Because once the design is complete, the next step is turning it into real live website. And in my next video, I will show you exactly how to do that. We will build this website in Next.js framework and deploy it to Vercel in minutes. So if you want to build faster, smarter and a completely different level, hit the like button and subscribe for more. I will see you in the next one.